Get ready, present, fire!
So for the game here, Achilles is actually moving back. This is in order to make him gain some ground, make him feel more confident to keep attacking, and that's just what TNC Ben is gonna do here. Going to support the house. He thinks he gained position and took the hill, but this is very false because I'm actually just setting up behind the ridge so I get a lot of firepower down. Actually forgot fire at earlier. It's not a big deal. They still have a decent bit of ammo. They can waste some. So the moment anything is gonna walk up here, it's just gonna get killed. So I'm using my landwehr here and some ganses to really hold off all these lines. And then I'm trying to engage this foot guard with this bunch of, with these archdukes and this ganses unit. I actually forgot that there was a ridge here, so I'm not getting the first couple of volleys properly and just shooting the dirt, but I will be moving up in a second. So I noticed that he's just not firing at my landwehr, so I'm just gonna walk them downhill. I should have ran, but that's no big deal, and I'm gonna charge them in. So Achilles actually supporting my left flank here. Now we see this kind of funnel where they are kind of stuck here. The French is kind of stuck here, and the Prussians kind of stuck here, and they're not, although not very split up. These two units are the only thing from preventing us from breaking through and killing them. Any of them. If we can isolate one and get his flanks, then it's definitely a win for us. So that's what we're trying to do here. So I moved up my grances, just held off this foot guard with ease, just due to this very nice position on the map. Getting my German Fusiliers, whilst I got guess in range of the Prussian Fusiliers, whilst they are messed up from the charge I did. Getting the grances in. Now here I made a little mistake. I thought there was enough cover, but there's not, so I'm gonna retreat these, move up these lines. The regiment, the Emperor's Own is actually gonna defend this ridge. Once again, forgot fire at will. That's bad. So I'm just gonna move in hard and heavy for in a second. So the German Fusiliers are just doing what they need to do. Firing downhill, always a good thing. So I noticed that the foot guards are actually well occupied with fighting these grances and will actually lose out, so I'm gonna turn my Archduke's Legion to deal with this foot guard. This is the bigger threat at the moment. They shoot at the lights, that's not the idea. So at the other side of the map, Achilles the French guy made a mistake of just moving all these reserves, moving those to the house, and now he's gonna get flanked by Britain. And he's fighting downhill here, or he's fighting uphill in fact, and fighting foot guards with national guards is of course not a good idea. His most important unit, the old guard, is actually stuck down here without really having a proper target to aim at. I mean, this is not a good angle to fire from, not gonna get a lot of kills, and that's not how you want to use the ammunition for the old guard. So here Heil is breaking loose. We have the foot guards still getting shred up by the Archduke legions. All my units, I decided to charge them. The Czech regiment, they fight they are very tough in the melee, so I decided to charge them in. I'm getting some support fire with my Emperor's Own. As I cannot really hit these units, I decide to get some extra shots on this Prussian Fusiliers. Hope to rout it quicker. I'm not quite sure why it keeps fighting at 25 when there's no elite nearby, but it might be his general squad, but then a normal general squad shouldn't give that much morale. Anyway, I routed the foot guards here. Now we see Achilles just pushing up, getting all these elites up here so you can keep the high ground. The old guard just got shred up by this couple of cheap units. So we notice that they are just trying to form one long line to make use of their superior numbers. So we move back a little bit, get into wide formation, and have these high firepower units deal with the situation. I believe I inspire the Emperor's Own so that it will be even stronger. I find a little off at this moment, so I noticed that here the only unit we can really shoot a little bit is the Swiss foot. So, but I'm breaking through this flank, so I decide to move up my Emperor's Own really close to the musketeer, just to get really point-blank volleys, and that's just going to wreck this musketeer while it's being occupied by these little leftovers. So this little flank is just going to support here. The Coldstream and the Foot Guards and the Connaught Rangers are all alive, very important for us, so that's going well. So here we're starting to win. It's not quite obvious yet, but it's going well for us at this point. So just firing at the musketeers, it's going to run out very shortly. Bullets and this firepower here is just going to waste. While what the French should have done is just make a nice line here, send one single leftover or something here, so that he could prevent me from flanking within a decent amount of time. He's gonna do that now, which is good, but then here is still this Swiss foot. I can just get some point-blank volleys in there, and it's only this little regiment in a small line that's gonna shoot me back, so definitely a good trade for me. I'm gonna get my Emperor's Own back. That's again a micro mistake, and then I decide to just get this flank and hope that they will not break me. So I noticed that there's actually a really big blob starting to get here, because this unit was hidden a second ago, so I'm turning my Emperor's Own. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, that's some severe lag. Okay, that's gone. So his General Old Guard is actually gonna try and get into melee with this King's German foot, but then here's the Coldstream Guard starting to line up. We'll be there in a second. Gonna pin down this Old Guard, really disabling this flank here. So another Old Guard still fighting here, pretty damn brave. So the Connaughts getting into combat in a second, just here in reserve, but it's a good unit just to have, like, standing by, and if anything goes bad, it can really deliver a lot of firepower just for a decently cheap price. So the Old Guard's gonna skirmish with, or just gonna get into line fire with the Coldstream Guards. This battle is probably going our way. Achilles is smart, turns his King's German's Legion here, forcing the Old Guard to back off, not taking many bullets in return. This is once again a very important feature of this map, is just the hills everywhere. You need to be very careful and very smart with them, and you can basically win it against any odds if you do that. So I believe there's a little bit of a mistake here. Achilles shooting my back line, but at this point we already won. Oh, that's not true, but we are getting close to winning. So as I'm running out of units, run my general in. Sorry for the lag, I'm not sure what's causing it. I might zoom in just a little bit. Would that help? No, it won't. Well, that's very unfortunate, really. I'm just gonna use this one frame a second to show you what else is going on. The young guard is still alive, but it's on low ground. It's gonna fight my the semi-leads, the little leftovers of those. The semi-leads are gonna, so they're gonna kill these young guards, and just before they die, they get into the house. The enemy retreats, and I get my semi-leads that are out of ammo now. I get those in the house and have one little line unit. The other little line unit here, I have those shoot a little bit, and then all the elites from Achilles are gonna clear the house, and that's where the game ends. So GG to our opponents, and this was Jumbo Wackles from the UKL clan. Goodbye.